cartilage remodeling and its sources, why it is more important in children. And the effects of tobacco are very widespread, and it is the most common and most important exogenous cause of cancer. And lung cancers, 90% of the lung cancers are implicated with the smoking. Now it has thousands of toxic substances, innumerable, basically 2,000 to 4,000 means innumerable toxins, and with varying effects. It can cause a direct injury because of free radicals generated. It can cause its effects by activating the cytokines and inflammatory processes and thrombosis. So it can cause, when it causes direct injury, the affected organ is respiratory system and lungs. When it causes, it causes endothelial cell injury, the affected organs are cardiovascular system, and it is a widespread carcinogen. It causes a large number of cancers. So cancer of oral cavity is caused by tobacco use in which form? Chewing. So chewing tobacco in the form of betel nuts and palms is associated with the cancer of oral cavity. It causes cancer of larynx, cancer of esophagus, cancer of lung, chronic bronchitis, emphysema, myocardial infarction, peptic ulcer, cancer of pancreas, systemic atrophy, and everything. So a number of cancers are associated with smoking. It causes inflammatory diseases of the lung like chronic bronchitis and emphysema. We will see the examples of each, how this inflammation is caused. So how this inflammatory injury is mediated? Now inflammatory injury is mediated by 2-3 mechanisms. One is, for example, the nicotine. One effect of nicotine is that it is addictive. It is because of nicotine that we become addicted to smoking. It is because of nicotine. Nicotine stimulates inflammation, and as a result of this inflammation, neutrophilic elastase is increased. So it causes destruction of tissue. It generates oxygen because oxygen reactive species because of incomplete combustion, and it is effect of combustion. But more important is its effects on macrophages. Basically, this arrow is, I think it is from Robbins, but this arrow is not correct. It should be on macrophages. So these reactive oxygen species increase the macrophage elastase. It increases macrophage elastase, and this will inhibit the enzyme. What is important about this macrophage elastase? It destroys elastin.
So the structure collapse.
So it causes emphysema, but the most important thing, the main difference between neutrophilic elastase and macrophage elastase is that this neutrophilic elastase is inhibited by alpha-1 antitrypsin and antiprotease. But the macrophage elastase, when it's stimulated and secreted, it is not inhibited by anything. So it goes on. So it is the macrophage elastase that causes tissue damage. And now effects of selected on the, so tar is carcinogen. You must have read these all carcinogen in your neoplasia. So tar, polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, nicotine, phenol, benzopyrene, carbon monoxide, and formaldehyde. So most of them are carcinogens, but few are toxic to cilia. Oxides of nitrogen and formaldehyde, for example, they cause injury to cilia. So what is the time? Okay. What is ionizing radiation?
It is radiation that causes ionization.
It is radiation that causes ionization. So how it is different from the radiation that does not cause ionization? Does not come. Good. So what is ionization? When we come to this, what is ionization?
Removing electrons.
They are so. This is a high energy radiation which can displace electrons. When they displace electrons, they generate new chemical reactions. They generate new chemical reactions, and this occurs in a chain reaction. So chemical reactions propagate within the cells by the generation of these free oxygen, these free electrons. And what are the types of ionization? What are the names of these radiations which cause ionization? UV does not cause ionization. X-rays does cause ionization. Gamma rays, alpha particles, beta particles, they all cause ionization. UV does not cause ionization. Okay, so uses now this radiation is extensively used in medical practice. So it is beneficial in diagnosis. It is beneficial in. It is used for diagnosis and treatment. It is used for treatment, and it can cause all these damages. Now, what factors determine effects?
Radiation type.
So, a radiation type, for example, if it is a high energy or low energy, duration of exposure, the extended time of exposure,
How many times?
and one thing I want to emphasize. Why this? When we give radiotherapy, we give radiotherapy in cycles. Not we deliver. We don't deliver it as a continuous treatment. We do it in cycles. Why in cycles?
Duration. No.
Okay, you tell.
Longer exposure. Duration.
So what will be the effect? But the effect of radiation is basically cumulative. You give 2 today, you give, for example, 2 tomorrow, 2 day after tomorrow, it will make 6. So why not give this dose of 6 today? Why on today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow?
Because the duration is more important than the rate.
Because it
Because
will
it's more
have
But the duration is the same.
To decrease the chance of mutation.
because we have
Duration is the same. So for example, 1 hour today, 1 hour tomorrow, 1 hour day after tomorrow. So it will make 3 hours. Why don't we give these 3 hours today?
The chances of repairing.
Chances of repairing of what?
DNA.
Avoid the resistance.
Okay. Enough. Okay. What is the benefit? That normal genetically stable cells are more able to repair their genetic damage, while the tumor cells are genetically unstable. So these unstable cells are not able to repair their genetic defect, while the normal cells will repair this genetic defect during this rest period. So the cumulative effect is on cancer cells, and it will not be cumulative effect will not be on the normal cells. So it affects the cancer cells. So that's why we give. So the rate of delivery and the timing of delivery is important, because the normal cells can. Number 2. And now these were the basic radiological factors. What are the tissue factors? Now tissue types. What tissue types are more sensitive? What cell types or what organ systems are more vulnerable to injury? Which are? all the rapidly proliferating cells. All the rapidly proliferating cells. When the cells, because cells when they are quiescent and not proliferating, they can sustain genetic damage. But when they undergo a mitosis, their genetic material is scrutinized. Their genetic material is scrutinized. So during this scrutiny, if there is any damage, these cells will die. So it is the type of, it is the rapidly proliferating cells like bone marrow cells, GI cells, germ cells in the testes, and lymphoid cells. So these are very rapidly dividing cells. So the effect will be more on the rapidly. Now volume of the tissue exposed, there is a field size. So the smaller the field size, the side effects will be minimum. So larger the field effect. And the hypoxia is another very important concept, because these radiations cause injury by generating free oxygen radicals. So if there is oxygen, there will be more injury. But in tumors, the centers are less oxygenated. The centers are hypoxic. So the center, it is very difficult to treat center of these tumors because of the presence of hypoxia. And we have already discussed the genetic stability of the cells.
So hypoxia
will decrease their efficiency. Basically increase oxygen, decrease oxygen will decrease efficiency of radiation in treating cancer cells. There is no oxygen. Now this is the mechanism of ionizing radiation. It causes direct injury, but more importantly is free radical formation injury. So it is enhanced by oxygen. It is reduced by decreased oxygen tension or hypoxia. DNA damage occur, it is repaired in genetically stable cells. It fails to repair an inhibition of cell division when it is another important thing, when it is failed to repair. If it is in the germ cells, it will cause teratogenesis. It will cause environment, and when it is in the somatic cells, it will cause carcinoma. So it can be within the germ cells or within the somatic cells. So carcinoma is the injury to the somatic cells. So it will cause injury to the somatic cells. And now this is another, you have already seen it. But the important point I want to mention is that it has to play a role in radiosensitivity of the tumors. In radiosensitivity, listen, 1 minute, radiosensitivity. Because if there is a DNA damage, because of radiation, and P53 is intact. 1 minute, sir. P53 is intact. It will repair that cells. It will cause a death of the cells. But if P53 is mutated or is not working, these cells will keep on proliferating. So the tumors which have an intact P53 are more radiosensitive than the tumors which have a mutated P53. And mutation of P53 gene cause radio resistance. So that's all. Now, what are the changes? The changes are that nuclear changes are like the carcinoma. They appear like carcinomas, and cytoplasmic changes are vaccination. But important thing is this is fibrosis. This is the normal cell ligand. These are fibrosis septa, and this is sclerosis of the vessels. So these are the morphological effects. Now these are the these are the doses. For example, X-ray. You don't need it. Okay. Thank you very much. Because P53 identifies any genetic damage.
I want to break myself.